GE and Hitachi took their nuclear businesses and formed a JV back in 2007, but GE's been in the nuclear business since the 50s, and we've actually have our global headquarters here, about 1,600 acres just up the way in Castle Hayne, so less than a 15-minute drive. We've got probably 2,000 people in our business, a lot of them based right here, and it's a lot of different types of jobs that we support in this area. Engineers, all kinds of engineers. We have a lot of project managers, we have finance, all of those, but we also have great machine operators and mechanics and everything else. So it's a great team that's out there right now. If you think about our company here, we actually work on 3 different things. One is my business, which is the new plants. The other is fuel and services. So we actually make the nuclear fuel out there in Castle Hayne. If you want to go and take a look out at the break at our little session, we have the small little cards that show you what a nuclear pellet is. There are literally tens of millions of those across the reactors that we make or the fuel that we make every year. Also, we have services. So we have people flying out of Wilmington, and they are going around the world to serve these assets. These nuclear plants operate for actually 60 years. So we put a lot of effort into that as well. Talking a little bit about the industry, there are 400 reactors around the world, and they actually are in over 30 countries. In the US, we've got 100 reactors in 30 different states. So there's a lot that's putting out. That's a lot of energy for us, 20% of the US energy here. Can I also get a little bottle of water? Thank you. So what does that do for us? That takes actually 60 million tons of carbon dioxide off of the environment right now. And that's worth about 113 million cars coming out of the emissions. Excuse me, a little dry. So energy, nuclear energy is actually a very, very important part of the portfolio across the world, okay? Also, I would tell you that if you think about all the new units, or nuclear units here in North Carolina, there are 7. There are actually 2 just down the road at Southport. And Brunswick actually, when they operate that plant, takes 15 million tons off of the emissions in North Carolina here, okay? So I have a very global business. Don't sell all the plants just here in the US, although we are talking to Dominion about a plant in Virginia. But I also spend my time, I just got back from Vietnam. I'll be going to India very soon. So all these countries are very interested in doing nuclear power as part of their portfolio. So what do we think about that when we do it? So we're selling to state-owned electrical utilities. We're selling to governments themselves, excuse me. And we spend a lot of time with the people in these different industries. So why is that important for us? Well, as you sell a nuclear plant, it's $1 billion asset that lasts 60 years. And has anybody heard about the XM, Export-Import Bank reauthorization? That's a very critical component for us to be able to sell. And right now, if you guys are following the news out of the Beltway, you'll see that that's up for renewal. So please go up and send a letter in, because that helps keep those jobs here in Wilmington, North Carolina, okay? A little bit about the future for us, if you think about it. We are with GE Power. We have a broad portfolio, talking about oil and gas, talking about wind, that's in our portfolio as well. It's really key for us. Our vision is to continue to empower or give power to the customers to power the world. So what are we thinking about? For us, it's about technology. We just had certified our latest reactor design, the ESBWR. That's great new passive safety technology. And we've invested hundreds of millions of dollars to be able to do that here. I would also say that we take GE's advanced manufacturing facilities and we bring those kind of things here to Wilmington for our people to use. Finally, I would say we invest in people. That's the important part. So we've got an association with the Cape Fear Community College here to be able to bring in a pipeline of talent. We work a lot with the North America young generation of nuclear. A lot of the young engineers coming out of NC State and others. We work with women in nuclear as well. So that's what's most important to us, to continue this, to be able to serve our customers for 60 plus years and have a good relationship. So that's a little about what's going on around the world that affects us here in Coastal Carolina. Thanks.